All week, we've been marking the release of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 with many of the film's stars, including one of the franchise's most popular characters. On Monday, Tony and I spoke to Simon Pegg, who played Ethan Hunt's right-hand man, Benji Dunn, in 5 Mission Impossible movies. Here's our interview with him, starting with the clip of Benji leading Tom Cruise's Ethan into one of the most exciting and dangerous action scenes of the entire series.
Benji, I think I must have made a wrong turn somewhere.
No, that's it. That's it.
What? How can this be it?
Well, you can see the train, right?
Yes, I see the train. What about it?
And you have a parachute.
Got a parachute. What do you expect me to do?
Well, just, jump.
Just jump?
Yeah.
I mean, Benji, it doesn't work like that. I'm not that high. There's ledges sticking out everywhere. I'm gonna hit them before the parachute even opens. Benji, even if I could get the parachute open, I don't know if I can make it across the valley and intercept and land safely on a moving train. Do you copy?
Yes, I copy. Look, I'm just trying to help you, okay? I need you to take a step back and pull yourself together because I am under a lot of pressure right now.
Mission Impossible is from Paramount Pictures, part of the same company as CBS, and the legendary Simon Pegg joins us right now. How you doing?
Hi, fellas. I'm really good. Yeah. I'm very, very happy.
Good. Thank you for
survived your very bad day there you were having. Your character, Benji.
I was having an okay day.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that scene comes right before Tom's big motorcycle jump.
Yeah.
Take us on the set that day. Was it as chaotic as it seemed?
It actually was the opposite of chaos.
Really?
Tom is very, very diligent when it comes to preparing for these things. He's not crazy. Everyone says, oh, he must be crazy. He does, but he trains hard. Everything is in place. It's a well-oiled machine. We were up there just to see it. I was doing my offlines for the bit when he comes to the edge, and then we stayed up to watch it happen, and it was day one, day one of the shoot.
Day one.
And you could either see that as us sort of like starting as we mean to go on, set the standard, or just in case it doesn't work, we don't have to shoot a whole load of the film and then stop.
This is your friend and your colleague for many years now.
Yeah.
What was it like seeing him go, woo?
It was scary. We were all a bit hysterical because, we trust him and we trust the system. We trust everything involved. It's not like, the sort of uncertainty is minimal, but still, it's nerve-wracking. And he would disappear, and then we'd wait, and there'd be a big sort of pause, and then you'd hear good canopy, which meant his chute had opened at least.
Yeah.
Still had to get down to the bottom. So it was exhilarating, to say the least.
Wow, you actually did pull out your phone.
To shoot the stunt?
I did, yeah.
So what was going through your mind as he was toppling over?
I was looking at movie history being...
It was movie history, right?
This is the biggest stunt, not only in the franchise, but one of the biggest stunts in movie history, And so I thought I better capture this for posterity. And
in case the other cameras fail, at least we have one shot. We got it. We got it on the iPhone.
Don't worry, guys. I got it on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, man. So you came into the Mission Impossible franchise at the MI4? Or
MI3.
MI3.
So that's sick.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. It was, and he was a kind of lab technician at the time, and J.J. Abrams had called me. I thought it was a nice little cameo. I was going to have a little, I'd go in Hollywood, and then I'd go home and to my dogs, and everything would go back to normal. But here we are, 5 films later.
So I know you're working with a script, but then you have these scenes, like there's one where you're dismantling a bomb wall, tossing off one-liners with your 2 buddies, high stakes.
Yeah.
How much of that is predetermined and you're just delivering the line, and how much room is there for you to just have fun? Because you know these people at this point.
Oh, yeah. Well, Chris McQuarrie is always really keen for us to invest ourselves in the characters and to throw stuff in. And he's an Oscar-winning writer, so the script is amazing, but there's always room in the moment to kind of chuck in little asides and, you never know what you'd be doing, what you'd be saying when you're diffusing an artificially intelligent nuclear bomb. So in the moment, things come up, that you throw in.
I want to ask you about the villain, because it's a little unusual, the villain in this movie.
Yeah. How
would you describe?
Well, when I was told about the idea of this entity, this sort of self-aware kind of computer program that Isai Morales, our brilliant sort of like human villain, is working at the behest of, I thought that sounds very Mission Impossible. It's a bit sci-fi. Mission has always been about new technology, but in the time since we started shooting to now, the notion of AI has become more and more prominent in our sort of social discussions, and it feels incredibly prescient now.
Speaking of existential threats, potential Mission Impossibles, you're on strike right now with the writers.
Yes.
There's a possibility that the actors may go on strike in the not too distant future. These things need to be worked out, or there is no more Hollywood, there is no more entertainment. So
exactly.
What are your thoughts in general on the strikes?
Well, things need to be fair, you know, things need to be equitable, and the infrastructure needs to be adapted to accommodate the new ways we watch film and TV, streaming. And, you know, the tech companies need to understand that for things to continue, everyone needs to be treated fairly. And as soon as that gets sorted out, and it will do, hopefully, things will be okay. But we can't face another content drought next year. You know, we've only just got back on our feet, or everyone's only just back in the cinema. If everyone's next year is ready to go and there's nothing to watch, that's going to be a terrible thing. So we need to just talk sensibly and get it all sorted out.
I'm curious to get your opinion on movie making, film making, and also artificial intelligence, you know, when we keep it in the back of our mind what's going on with the writers.
The only thing AI can do is create mediocrity, because all it can do is aggregate what's out there. So, yes, it can write a script, but it'll be rubbish. Do you know what I mean? AI has had no childhood trauma. AI's never had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, never had heartbroken.
You're spot on.
It's never been through anything that would give it the impetus to create art. When it has its own personality and its own experiences, it can write a film about what it's like to have no body. But at the moment, it can't do that. And so to rely on it would be to just make everything mediocre, and we have to fight mediocrity in order to create great art. I know that sounds lofty.
No. That might be one of the best answers I've ever heard.
Yeah,
when it comes to the idea of AI. Hey, Simon Pegg, we appreciate you joining us.
Pleasure, guys.
You're one of the most versatile talents in the business.
Thank you so much.
And good luck moving forward.
Lovely to be here. Thank you.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is in theaters now. Go see it.